Welcome to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection. I am your host, Francy Hall, and today we are going to be joined by Owatonna Public Utilities, Roger Warehime, and after that we get to meet some kitties and the people who are bringing them from the Humane Society, Leanne Peterson and Pat Jorgensen. First, we do have a word from our sponsors. We want you to know also that we're always looking for other people who want to support our community and support our show, as well as if you've got some lively, exciting, interesting new things going on in the community, programs, activities, new businesses, etc., that you want to get the word out about, let us know. We'd be happy to talk to you about getting them on the show. So you can find our contact information up on the show later. Please stay with us after a word from our sponsors.
Hi, I'm Dr. Beth Giltvet.
And I'm Dr. Nick Vincelli of Horizon Eye Care.
We want you to see what you love and love how you see. We're proud sponsors of the Owatonna Today Show.
I needed more than just another dead-end job. I wanted a career, so I expressed myself.
With the kids off to college, I decided it was time for me to go back to work and express myself.
Express got me in touch with some really great companies. Now I'm on my way to a great career.
Express Employment Professionals is in contact with thousands of companies in need of quality employees. Come in now and get the job you deserve.
Express yourself today.
Welcome back. We have been joined by Roger Warehime from Owatonna Public Utilities. Hello, Roger.
Hello, Francy.
Good to see you again.
Too.
For those people who don't know you and your role, would you just go ahead and introduce yourself and what you do at the Public Utilities?
Well, Roger Warehime, I'm the Director of Field Operations and External Relations. And I used to be on this show a lot more when I did the energy conservation programs and marketing. Jared is doing that now. So,
right.
But
it was nice to visit with him last time, but
yeah.
it's really good to see you
Yes.
too.
Good.
Welcome back again.
Thank you.
Okay, and so it's summertime, and currently it's extremely hot.
Yes, it is.
So, what do you want to talk about today? Certainly the weather.
Yeah, well, I did want to talk about one of our favorite topics in the summer, which is load management and peak alerts. So, but before I got into that, I wanted to say just a little bit about the open house that we had in June, because I don't think we've been on the air since then.
And it was awesome.
Yeah.
I attended. So for those of you who didn't, go ahead and let us know what they missed.
Oh, we were just overwhelmed by the response that we got from the community. We think we had about 1,200 people come through.
That is a lot of people.
We were planning on doing tours every 30 minutes with about 15 people. That ended up being like every 15 minutes, and we had a hard time keeping the groups down to 15 because there were so many people. And the response was just excellent. People were very appreciative of the work that we did on the building and said it was the right thing to do to save that building. And and they were impressed with a lot of the reuse, like the railings, which used to be flooring, which have been reused and repurposed and things like that. So.
Yeah, it was beautiful,
Yeah.
and it looked to me, tell me if I'm wrong, but it's like the entrance there is its own little museum.
Yes, we made a history area there and have a lot of artifacts, and thanks to Sean Pilot at the Utilities and also to this Steele Historical Society helped us with putting that all together.
So if somebody does want to come and see some of the historical artifacts and things, they can come during regular business hours?
Absolutely.
What are those?
Our business hours are from 8 to 5, Monday through Wednesday, and then Thursday we are open till 7, and Friday we're open till 3:30.
And you might be surprised that there really is a lot to see there. And it was really neat to see, like you said, all the ways that things were reused and repurposed in the building. I mean, that was just really cool. And of course, everybody's so glad the stacks are still there.
Right.
Which is
and like you say, anytime during business hours, people can come in and see the lobby area and look around there. We've also had some people calling us saying, "Oh, I was out of town. I missed the open house. Is there any way I can get a tour?" So through July, we are scheduling at 1 o'clock on Thursdays for people who missed the tour. They need to give us a call ahead of time and get on the list. but just call us at our main number, 451-2480, and when Thursday comes, we'll give another tour. So we'll
Thursdays at 1 o'clock. If
Yep.
you want to see what you missed before,
Yep.
you can take a tour,
Yep.
and it really is very interesting. It's really neat. Well, good. So, in addition to touring the building,
Right.
Talk about peak loads and whatever the other term was.
Peak
that you
alert.
used.
We have
Load
load management
management.
and peak alerts.
Yes.
And
does
first I'll
that
talk
mean?
about peak alerts. That is when we are seeing that we're going to hit our peak, and our pricing for the whole year gets based upon what peak we set for the summer. And so we're always trying to keep that peak from getting too high. So we have a number of ways that we do that, and one that you hear about on the radio and so on is when we call a peak alert.
A peak alert for
Peak alert to conserve
usage?
energy, yeah, for electric
Okay.
usage. And basically we're asking people to voluntarily try to not do things until after 8 o'clock that they can wait on. So
8 p.m.?
8 p.m., right. So if you're going to do your laundry, if it's possible that day to wait until 8 to do it, look around the house. Do you have some extra lights on that you don't need or anything like that? Every little bit helps. And so that is what a peak alert is. Like I said, they're called out on the radio. We also have the ability to send you an email when we have a peak alert. And if you want to be on our email list, send us an email at peakalerts@owatonnautilities.com, and we'll put you on the list, and whenever we have a peak alert, you'll get an email notification as well.
I'm going to do that because I am trying. You know, we get those little things in the mail that say how you compare to your neighbors.
Right.
And Ross and I always look at it like, where are we? You know, are we good? Or are
Right.
they better? Or what? So,
Right.
yeah, we're
Right.
going to get that. Peak alerts at
At
Owatonna
Owatonna
Public
Utilities.
Owatonna Utilities,
Yes,
not
.com.
Owatonna Public
No,
Utilities.
just
Okay.
OwatonnaUtilities.com.
So peak alerts.
Right. And then the other thing is the load management, which is controlling the air conditioners. And that is something that you just have to sign up for, and we put a unit on your air conditioner, and we actually control that. And 15 minutes out of the hour, when we are experiencing peak demand, we'll actually shut your air conditioner off, so it won't run for 15 minutes. And I did bring, I don't know if we can
Yeah, what are
see
these? We
this.
got some gizmos
I brought
here.
a couple boxes because oftentimes we get people, they're not sure if they're on load management or not. And if you see a box like this next to your air conditioner, you are on load management. It's a gray box with some lights. There's also an older version, which not too many people have this type, but there are about 1,000 of them still in town that looks a bit like a meter, but it's not a meter. You can see there's no dials
sure.
or anything like that. So
Kind of cooler looking though. I like that.
And I just wanted to let people see what these are, and so if you see that. Now, one of the other things that we get questions about is, is that working? Well, if there's one single red light that's illuminated, it's ready to go. When it's as actually being called on to not air condition, all the lights will be lit, and they'll just be steady.
So red light is it's on, and all the other ones we know that it's going to stop.
It's actually
the load when it
yeah.
needs
If your
to.
air conditioner is not running and all those lights are on, it's
why.
in load management.
Okay.
So, but if your air conditioner is not running and there's only one light on it, it's something else.
It's your air
Yeah,
conditioner.
it's your air
Okay.
conditioner.
It's not you guys.
Right. And the other thing that people will find is when the power was disconnected from the air conditioner, which usually will happen, some people turn their power off in the fall, leave the power off on the air conditioner. When they turn it back on in the spring, all those lights are going to be on for about 11 minutes. So your air conditioner won't run for about 11 minutes. And that's a feature that's built into this because we don't want all the air conditioners coming back
Turning on at the same time.
same
Oh my
time.
goodness, that would be pretty. Yeah.
So that's just another question. But the other way to know if you are on load management is to look at your bill. And on the back side, you'll see a credit. And that credit is 5%.
Oh,
And that
nice.
credit is year-round. So that's the easiest way to say, gee, I might make sure I'm on that load management. Look at your bill. If you're getting your 5% credit, you're good.
That's amazing. We get 5% credit for that. That's
Yes.
pretty neat.
Yeah.
So load management, we have to sign up. You guys don't just, come in and turn it off at peak
No.
hours. We have to sign up for it.
Exactly.
Okay. What are the peak hours that we really, if they're not going to be able to wait until 8, what are the hours that we really, really need to avoid?
We never know when that peak is going to hit exactly. for example, today we're expecting that it could be about 12 o'clock.
Okay.
But more and more we find that our peak happens later in the day when people are getting home from work and turning on the air conditioning and starting to do things like that. So oftentimes the peak will be 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. But we say 8 o'clock because we're pretty sure that usually by 8 o'clock we're over the situation and it's back to normal.
Okay. Do your laundry in the middle of the night, I guess.
Yeah.
Wash your clothes and put it in the dryer in the morning.
Yeah.
Well,
Even
maybe
some
not
of
in
the
the morning.
some of the new machines even have a timer on them. Like our washing machine, we can program it in to start 2 or 3 hours later from when we put the clothes in.
I don't think mine does that.
Yeah.
That's a neat feature.
Well, you get a new
you could do
Energy
that
Star
with,
washing machine.
I guess so. But the dishwashers can do that.
Yes.
Okay, our dishwasher at least is up to snuff. What else do we want to talk about for beating the summer heat, or anything else going on at OPU that you want us to know about? Beating the summer heat, for example, what's the best place to set your thermostat if you're wanting to conserve energy but still stay cool?
You know, I never recommend a specific setting. It's really, it really depends on
Personal preference.
personal preference, right? And I think one thing you can always do is, well, try it a little warmer and see how it is. Keep turning it up a degree or so until you don't feel comfortable. But different people are different, and houses are different, and
Sure.
so it's hard to say this is the temperature you should set your air conditioning at.
I heard somewhere that it was like you need to if the 3 degree difference up or down somehow increases or decreases the load, or is it is that not right?
I'm not sure if that might be what they're talking about, the bandwidth. I mean, you may notice that when you change your air conditioner, put it down 1 degree, it doesn't doesn't immediately start cooling because it's got a bandwidth and it's waiting until it gets maybe a little warmer than that 1 degree difference, but then it will stay on until it gets down to that 1 degree.
What about energy audits? So we have our air conditioner on, not right now, but we do have an AC. We just turned it on last night, and to know whether it's going out the windows or same thing with the heat in the wintertime.
I mean, we do have an energy audit program. It's about a $300 value, which OPU pays the majority of that cost, and so it's only $50 to our customers. Okay. The other thing is that we do have a rebate for clean and tune on air conditioners to make sure that your air conditioner's working at its
I am going to
efficient.
do that.
Yeah.
Our air conditioner is making a ton of noise.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that's not good, is it?
No.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. You are good, and we appreciate you being
All right.
here. And OPU is a great asset to our community. Thank you very much for
Thank you.
joining us, Roger. Good to have you
Glad
here.
to be here.
Next, we're going to see some kitty cats, and we're going to see Leanne and Pat from the Humane Society. Stay with us for that after a word from our sponsors. Roger?
All right, thank you.
The River Springs Water Park at 3065 St. Paul Road is open for the summer. Come with family and friends to enjoy the many features the water park has to offer. Open swim hours are listed on the screen. For more information on daily specials, programs, and large group packages, visit our website, call the water park at 774-7370, or find them on the River Springs Water Park Facebook page. Make a big splash this summer at the River Springs Water Park.
Hi, I'm Ron Clancher with Clancher & Son Landscaping and Concrete. We support the Owatonna Today Show, and so should you.
Amy Swain Hearing Centers is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Dr. Amy Swain, and I want everyone to hear better.
Hi, I'm Brenda with the Mortgage Office of Brenda Bednar, aligned with American Mortgage and Equity Consultants, where closings feel right from the beginning. I'm a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
I'm Deb Gillard. And I'm Shaw McNulty with Brookdale Owatonna Senior Living Solutions. We are assisted living and Alzheimer's and dementia care communities here in Owatonna, and formerly known as Clare Bridge and Sterling House. And we are proud sponsors of the Owatonna Today Show.
Welcome back. We are joined now by Pat Jorgensen and Leanne Peterson with the Steele County Humane Society. And as you can see, we've got 3 other guests on the show that we're going to talk to you about. if I can stop long enough to talk after I just want to snuggle these little guys. Welcome to the show, Pat and Leanne.
Thank you for having us.
And both long-term volunteers with the Humane Society. Tell us a little bit about what each of you do for the Humane Society. Would you, starting with you, Pat?
Well, I more or less foster. When we have kittens come in or cats come in, I do cats mostly. It fits better into what I'm able to do. And they'll get calls for abandoned or cats out in the country or whatever. And we do outside the city limits as far as animals go. Your city takes care of in-town animal problems. So we're outside of the area, city limits of Steele County, and they'll call and they've got kittens they found or the mother got killed or whatever, and we'll go to the vet and pick them up, and we tend to their medical needs and their feeding problems. And these guys were, this is an orphan who was suckled by these guys' as mother.
Oh, nice.
So she had 6 of her own, and we stuck a couple more in on top of her, and we had to supplement bottle feeding. So it's a lot of hands-on stuff for the little guys. Some of them need really intense care to get them to that healthy mark. These guys have all just been spayed as of last week. They'll be ready for adoption.
So they're all girls?
Well, no, this is a boy, and this is a girl, and this is a girl.
So he's been neutered and they've been
He's been
spayed.
neutered, no's been spayed. And so they were all done, ready to go, and they got their vaccinations as age appropriate. They still need the rabies shots. You have to wait till they're over 12 weeks. So these guys are like 12 weeks, and this one's like 10 weeks old.
So
And
these
you're
are
just-
available right now.
Yep, they're ready to go. They'll be at Pet Adoption Day on Saturday.
So this Saturday.
This Saturday at the old Walmart building.
Retrofit Walmart. Company's old Walmart. That's hard to say, old Walmart building.
Yeah.
Yep.
But to foster, you gotta just love them like they were your own and take care of, get them to their vet's appointments and get them to the pet adoption days and take care of them. And if they come with their mother for nursing, it's really easy job. If it ends up coming motherless, then it's a more intense deal because we're bottle feeding. And
How often do they need bottle feeding when you have to do that?
It depends on their age. If they're really, really small, like a few days old, I mean, it's every 2 hours that you're feeding them. And I've been pretty lucky so far to have them where they've made it through the night without being fed. Another foster home was done the intense every 2-hour deals for a bunch of hers, and so it's a little time consuming at times. A lot of litter box cleaning.
Oh, yes.
and stuff like that. But they're just a hoot to watch, and just to see these guys running around and playing together, they're
Come here, buddy. Come here. This little guy, he's got one eye that looks a little green, and the other is very blue.
Very
so
blue.
he's got 2 different colored eyes.
Yep.
Just so pretty. Hello. So these are available for adoption.
Yes,
If somebody
they're ready
wants
to go.
to adopt them, let's say Saturday they go to adopt. How much would they cost?
The kittens are going to be $150, which sounds like a lot to people when you can go get a barn cat. But
For free,
I was
but-
just down in the park a couple Saturday goes, and there was somebody down there with a box full of kittens, free kittens.
And they're not necessarily
And they're not
free.
supposed to
No.
be there.
Free.
And so somebody came up and said, well, how much are you charging? She said, they're free. And so, of course, me and my big mouth, I had to say, they're not free. If you do what you're supposed to do, you're going to have over $200 stuck into the cat. And,
Right,
and I
over
said,
what it
and
would
if you
cost to
don't
adopt
do
from us.
what
Yeah.
you're supposed to do, you're going to be down here in 6 months with a box full of kitties.
That's right.
And when
So-
we say kittens, we're saying 5 months and younger.
Yeah,
5 months
yeah.
and younger. Yeah, because they have to be spayed and neutered, and they have
Yeah.
to
On
be
their shots.
vaccinated, and
Well,
most of them.
just take for instance, if we have to bottle feed a litter of kittens, the milk replacer is like $12 a can,
And we
and
go
I'll
through
go
that.
through 4 and 5 cans to get them weaned. So that's before anything else is done, and then they're wormed and feline leukemia checked, spayed and neutered, and all of their shots, feline leukemia. So we lose money on the kitten adoption.
Right, Humane Society is not making money off of adopting cats.
We're not.
at
We're
all.
just rescuing them and hoping to stop the overpopulation of these guys because they can produce like rabbits, I think.
And we've been fortunate sometimes too, if we have a nursing mom come in, even if they have
you know, if they're not their kittens, sometimes we can work them in.
Yeah.
So she will take
Some
them,
of 'em are really
so we
good.
don't have to bottle feed them, or as much anyway,
Yeah.
and stuff. So, yep.
But these guys were supplemental
Mm-hmm.
bottle feeding, but it still was spendy to get them into. So
The other day I ran across somebody who said they had a cat, they wanted to get her spayed, but they wanted her to first have kittens because they had a farm. And I said, well, what about if you get her spayed and then adopt, or maybe, if you had feral cats, let's say, that would be good barn cats, would
We
there be a
have-
low cost or no cost for those?
I believe there is, yeah.
For the spaying, you
For-
mean?
for-
or-
No,
for
for
a feral
just,
cat,
if
for
somebody
a
wanted to
barn cat.
adopt those
Adopt.
instead of letting their cat have kittens.
Yeah.
I'm not sure as to the cost on that. I would think that there would be something that we would, because we do have cats that come in that are not workable.
Sure.
They're
That,
not
you know, would not
pets.
be a good house cats and whatever. So I know there's been times that we have given, you know, some to the farm. Some
We could
people
work a
that-
deal.
Mhm.
We could work a deal. So-
We've had the farmers come in and say that they want some, but they don't want them spayed. And legally, as a humane society, we cannot let them go
Go
out
without being fixed.
being
Yeah.
fixed.
Just tell them, hey, get these
Legally.
and come back next year because there's going to be more that may be
Yeah.
feral that you can add to your farm
Yeah.
without having
Well,
to do
Yeah.
overpopulation.
The vets have calls all the time for
Yeah.
found kittens that they can work with the vets too and stuff. But
Oh.
legally, we have to, anything that goes out has to be spayed or neutered.
This little guy reminds me of my cat Horton, who I had for years, who I just adored. Yeah, you're
I've
so
got
beautiful.
two identical to this. Well, I shouldn't say identical, but they're orange and white. But the markings and everything is just this. One like this is longer hair, and then
Yeah,
the other one Linus.
shorter
We
hair.
have
It just
a unique variety of cats, any color that you want, long hair,
Yeah.
short hair. Okay, and then we wanted to remark about the fair coming up. And we are going to have a Humane Society parking lot.
It's a runaway.
A Humane Society parking lot. Nelson's Carpet is going to rope
Nelson's,
off
yep.
their lot, and you
proceeds
can
will
park
go-
there. All the proceeds will go to the Humane Society, which is excellent. So please come and
Right across
patronize.
from the fair. That's
Yeah,
perfect.
it's really close to the fair. It'll be really convenient to get over there, and it'll be an excellent opportunity for us to make some much-needed money for.
So
stuff.
please come and support the parking lot, park there, and support our booth at the fair.
Yes,
whatever. So
and
we
you
have a
have
booth there
something
also.
else. I know we've been announcing collecting baggies for you for giveaways. Or
For
what is that?
The grab
Grab
bags. for
bags.
the
Grab
fair.
bags.
Yes, that is quite a big draw for the fair. People love to come and buy stuff for their animals too, and whatever. So we have grab
Toys or-
bags there, you know, for dogs and puppies and kitties and stuff like that. So
Wonderful.
they have toys.
Did
and food
I
and
see
stuff,
that they
and-
wanted to make 1,800 bags this year? So what they're using the lunch bags for is to put the stuff in, and little
then the-
baggies to
for the treats and
for the
stuff.
treats and stuff to keep them from soaking through the bag.
So we can buy those things at the fair
you-
booth for a low cost. and
Yes.
those-
Yeah.
It's like $1 a grab bag.
$1 a
Yeah.
grab bag.
It's a
That's pretty-
fundraiser.
Yeah, it's a
into-
fundraising kind of like, you know, whatever. But
And-
both
Wonderful.
Pat said she's been, you know, involved for a long time for fostering, and I fostered for like 10 years. So, so it's yeah.
Now,
It's,
is it hard for you to give up the cats or the dogs? I mean, is it hard for you to give them up when you have to do that?
No, you go into it with a frame of mind. I'm providing care for this animal until it finds a home, and then there will always be room for more. There's more coming all the
That we
time,
can
and
help.
that we can help. So you have to be able to. And I've kept 4 already that were not considered to be good to going to other homes. They were comfortable with me, and they just didn't adjust well to going someplace else. So
Yeah.
you do end up keeping a few sometimes, but you have to go with a frame of mind that I'm taking care of these, and I'm going to get them a good home, and then I'll have room for more.
I fostered, too, and it's the great thing about it is that you're saving 2 lives. You're saving, the life of this kitty and the life of the next kitty that gets to come in when I adopt
Yeah.
out this one to somebody who
well,
wants it.
and what makes you feel good is when people come to look at the animals that you have, because we're foster home based, so they come to your home.
Yes.
And they come and take a look at the kitties, and you see the connection between the animal they're looking at, or looking for, and the animal itself, and the people. And it's just, it's so nice. It makes you feel so good.
Yes.
And whatever. And then you get pictures from the people, and you get, get phone calls and tell you how good they're doing and whatever and stuff. And it's a rewarding feeling, even though sometimes you hate to see them go because you're a little attached, but
yeah.
it's just a very rewarding feeling.
So if somebody did want to foster, who would they call?
Just call Allie the phone and give them their number, and we'll have somebody come out and do an interview. And
Yeah, we have a foster home interview.
Okay,
But
and it's
call
for-
Allie for 451-4512.
Great.
Yep.
And another quick warning, with this hot weather, please be careful not to take your dogs and animals to the shopping and leave them in the cars in the parking lot. It's getting so hot in those cars so quickly. And if you're taking your dog for a walk, test the temperature of the asphalt walks and stuff. It doesn't take much to burn their little paws. Put your hand on it and see how hot it is before you take them out.
If you can't hold your hand there, they should not be walking.
I think it's
out.
30
Okay.
seconds.
And give them water. Thank you so much for being here. You two just are so dedicated, and we appreciate it. And folks, come and see these little critters on Saturday at the Adoption Day. Please stick with us for our next guest on Friday, which is Express Employment Professional. Okay. But on Friday, we do have Little Missile Summer Festival and Express Employment Professionals. Please stick with us for a word from our sponsors.
Hello, my name is Katie Marshall. A year ago, my family and I became homeless. We were scared and alone. Today, with the help of Steele County Transitional Housing and generous donors like you, my family and I are safely housed. I am working, going to college, paying my rent on time. My children have a warm bed to sleep in every night. My family and I are so grateful for this second chance. Please help others in need by donating to transitional housing today. Everyone deserves a safe place to live.
Welcome to Bremer Bank. I am Jason Iberg.
And I'm Shannon Peterson.
Bremer is a full financial services bank.
We invite you to stop by Bremer Bank and experience the Bremer difference.
You are always welcome at Bremer.
Welcome back to Owatonna Today. We are your community connection, and we are going to be keeping you connected to what's going on
Hi,
here
I'm Jody
in the
Boyson
community.
with the
We
staff.
want you to know that at the library on July 16th is Mystifying Magic with Greg Skillstad. So that's on Thursday. And then we have coming up, there's upcoming blood donation opportunities for the Red Cross at St. Joseph's Church, and that is taking place on July 15th, 16th, and 17th. You can contact Kay at 676-6872 for more information about that. Also, Allendale Heritage Society, they are doing a fundraiser to raise funds for Gus's gas station that is now at the Steele County Village of Yesteryear, and that is coming up. It's a car and truck show, July 18th, 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m., and there's a cruise at 1:15 p.m. So be sure to check that out. Contact the History Center for more information about that. Owatonna Parks and Rec wants you to know that the weekend out for 2015 is July 17th, 18th, and 19th. There is movie in the park at Central Park on Friday, July 17th. There are lots of free programs such as Hatha Yoga at Lake Colmeyer Beach on July 18th, family pickleball at Morehouse Courts, kayaking at Lake Colmeyer, and then Sunday, July 2nd, $2 admission at River Springs Water Park. So check out all of that information at the Park and Rec website. Next, on Friday, what we have coming up is Express Employment Professionals and Little Missile Summer Festival. Come back and join us then.